Coming to you live, it's the Auto Hub Show with Ian and Jeff. Here we go.
Who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Hi, I'm Gail Rubenstein, the founder and CEO of a company called Retail Resilient, social selling for the car industry. And we help auto dealers, auto agencies, and vendors in the auto industry sell more cars, service more cars, and make more money using our social selling strategy. That includes TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and anything else you can think of. So if you're looking to invest thousands and make millions, we're definitely the social selling company for you. Like I said, who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
I was at Larry Pullman's seminar. So happy I came, having such a good time. Thank you so much, Larry.
One of the best trainers in this area for sure. I don't know about anywhere else, but as far as I know, he's the best. So,
told you twice.
Take advantage.
Thank you for having me here.
I'm at Larry Feldman's seminar, and what I found is that what he's really good at doing with his knowledge and with his training, he's not filling a bucket, he's lighting a fire.
Ways to improve. Every month we want to improve better on what we did the month before, maybe the year before. It's about how fast we can get the cars done with quality work to get it to the front line, because that's where we make our money. And the bottom line is the longer it takes, the more money you spend. We want to get it down as low as possible. Right now, like I said, we're in a great stage. We're at 4.5 days. In recon, we want to know how quickly we can get the cars out of the recon process and to the front line. The average days in recon and then the time to line are the most important things that we look for. I'm Mike Burrell. I'm Service Director at JM Lexus.
This is Ian,
And this is Jeff.
and we're here at NIADA in Las Vegas, and we're interviewing a new vendor here. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about yourself, Ed.
Yeah, sure. Hi, my name's Eddie Krespo. I'm very happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me. I represent USave Car and Truck Rental and Green Motion Car Rental as well.
Oh, okay. So tell everyone who doesn't know about your company what the company's all about and why people should come talk to you.
Sure, absolutely. So, our company is a fast-growing car rental company. It's a global company working in over 65 countries, and we have about 650 locations. We're currently based, headquartered in London, but we have our U.S. headquarters in Mississippi. We're basically a company that's satisfying all of the travel demands and car rental needs for either neighborhood locations, dealerships, or airports. We work in major airports around the world, but here specifically at this event, we're trying to spread the message as to how dealerships can be tapping into our expertise in the car rental space and maximizing a new source of revenue for their dealership.
So Jeff, did you have a car rental question?
So, literally, how does it operate? Because, of course, I know I go somewhere, I'm going to rent a car, it'll go to the unnamed big companies.
Sure.
And so how does someone connect with you?
Sure. Well, we'd like to provide an alternative to the big companies. Like I said, we're a fast-growing company. It depends on where you're renting from, right? So if you could be perhaps arriving at a major airport location, for example, Orlando, maybe one of the most competitive airports in the world. So you will go to one of the major travel channels. Usually when people make a reservation, you'll go to Expedia or Priceline or Orbitz, and our brand will appear there, in addition to all the other companies that you might think about. So once you do that, that reservation will work like as any global company would, right? That reservation will be taken care of. You'll have all of your information. You'll have a confirmation number, and you can either prepay that or you'll show up at the counter. And so once you show up at the counter, your friendly USave or Green Motion car rental agent will be there to take care of you and get you in and out as quickly as possible with a nice, safe vehicle.
Fantastic. So tell us a little bit more about sort of how the company started and where your short and midterm projections are and why you're expanding so quickly, and also what makes you different.
Sure. Thank you. That's a great question. And I'd like to let you know that the CEO of our company is gentleman, Mr. Richard Loden. He is a visionary, a disruptor really in the car rental industry. He started as an entrepreneur after having had some experience working for one of the big companies. He started his own company, and he always wanted to focus it on the needs of the franchisee. And so he has built a long and successful trajectory, providing world-class support to his franchisees, to the point where in a short amount of time, he's been able to build a network that's, like I mentioned, it's over 65 countries and over 650 locations, primarily due to the fact that he has a vision to separate himself not only on the customer service front, but also on the green movement. And he did that, was a disruptor. He was the first car rental company to put a focus on the green movement. What does that mean? That means for us, it's having a mindset that's giving back, it's recycling, it's applying for energy credits, and it's also trying to stimulate EV or hybrid vehicle usage, which we're doing very successfully in Europe and hopefully in the near term in the US.
Question?
So your cars, are they, there's been a lot of talk on supply. So your car, do you get them from manufacturers? Do you get, what are the vehicles? Because I know if you're very environmentally conscious, I don't think you probably do a lot of business in those expeditions with 6-liter engines and stuff like that. Or do you just have to attach a tree to it? And I'm not trying to be funny, but
Oh no, absolutely. Well, really here in the U.S., we're working with different fleets as opposed to Europe. Okay, where the U.S. is a different market. So at the moment, we work with a varied fleet. It could range from passenger vans to economy cars, but also growing some electric vehicles and some hybrid as well. I think as the infrastructure grows here in the U.S., I think as that range anxiety lessens with renters. Think about that. I mean, there's enough anxiety going to Disney World with your family than having to worry about, your battery life. As that improves, which I'm sure it will, our industry and our company will adjust accordingly.
I have to admit, the range anxiety has been talked about a lot because it's really not a factor, especially if you're renting a car. You come to Vegas, you rent a car, and you rent an EV, unless you're going to Hoover Dam, unless you're going out to the Grand Canyon. Even then, I did that last time I was here. Went to the Grand Canyon, and what is it, 150 miles?
I think, again, this is a big country. Okay, not, this might be in one area, but there are other areas where it might be different. And there's also, you might be an early adopter to new technology. It's new, it's up and coming. There's no doubt that we're headed that way. I just think it'll be a nice, very nice growth pattern, but I'm not driving an electric vehicle yet, but I will be. But I will be.
Well, I have to think the factor is it takes time, and there's a certain reality. In Europe, it's a lot easier. In Europe, 200 miles, you've gone between two huge cities. And we're from Canada, so it's even a bigger thing. There's no two big cities in 200 miles, unless you're talking.
Well, you do have Regina, Saskatchewan, and Saskatoon.
There you go. The two of them together are anyway, we won't talk about that. But thank you so much, Ian. Anything else?
No, thanks very much for taking the time and sharing more about the company, and congratulations on your success so far.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate you guys coming to visit the booth, and I want a big shout out to your awesome audience. That's great. Thanks.
Thank you. And I got to tell you, did a heck of a job for an ambush interview. Thank you.
Got it.
Thanks for joining us. It was a great show, and follow us anywhere you would like on your favorite podcast, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and of course on our YouTube, or subscribe to our own channel.